Welcome once again to the channel. This is Concede Football, where we discuss and engage on anything to do with football from Africa to the world and from the world to Africa. Well, we're discussing the Bafana Bafana squad to face Congo-Brazzaville. That is the two legs. The first one on Friday, the 11th of October in Gqeberha or Port Elizabeth. And the second one, I think it's 3 days later in Brazzaville, Congo. Well, in the 23-man squad that Hugo Broos has announced, I think there's two players that were part of the Uganda and South Sudan squad that are not here. And the two, one is Siyabonga Ngezana, is out injured, and Yaya Sithole also is out injured. I think Yaya is out for some months, probably with Ngezana it might be just 4 weeks or so. And another player that has been dropped from that squad, not because of injury, entirely because of performance, is Veli Mutwa. I really feel bad for the guy. Some poor grave mistakes against Uganda at Orlando Stadium, where Bafana ended up drawing that match 2-2 at home. And then he was dropped for the game after that, played in South Sudan. So he's been dropped, and Bafana's number one is back, the captain from injury, Ronwen Williams. So the goalkeepers, we have Ronwen Williams, we have Ricardo Goss of SuperSport United, and we've got the Orlando Pirates' number one, Sipho Chain. I don't think anyone can complain with the three goalkeepers we've got. We've got sufficient cover for the number one, which is Williams. Chain is quality. Goss is as equally good. And then the defenders. Now, something that Hugo Broos was asked when announcing Bafana squad, it was concerning K.Mudau, as to, is he concerned why K.Mudau at Mamelodi Sundowns is not, Mudau and T.Mokoena, they are not playing. And he did mention that he is disappointed. But now, having said that, as much as we respect the old man, what he's achieved for Bafana, sometimes he must be consistent with what he says and with his selection. He cannot say he's disappointed that K.Mudau is not playing, while he consistently, picks someone who's not playing at club level, like Nkosinathi Sibisi. I don't have anything against Nkosinathi Sibisi. And these players, Mudau and Mokoena, that is, we know that Mokoena and Mudau played the last game against Kaizer Chiefs. But if these players have got, attitude or whatever problems they have at club level, it should be them who are fixing it. They cannot now force my Mngiti to play the players because of Bafana inclusion. We are in an era and a time in South Africa where we've got a lot of quality players in all positions. So if K.Mudau and Mokoena, they're not playing at club level, and that is a concern for Hugo Broos, then he should not select them. He should not select them. But we know, outside the Mamelodi Sundowns players that are in question now, there have been other players who've been selected by Bafana without playing in their club level. But anyway, so the defenders we've got another persistent inclusion of a Sydney Mob. I don't have anything personal against Mobi, but where we stand and where we are, is he better than Van Rooyen, Stellenbosch, right back? At Stellenbosch, he was consistently performing at right back. He's at Pirates now. He's been giving 5-star performances, and he's not in the squad. Sydney Mob is in the squad as a right back. Mudau is there as a right back. And we have an Aubrey Mudiba who can play as a left back, who can play as an 8, who can play as a 10. And then Sibisi, who has not played a lot of minutes for Orlando Pirates, is consistently and persistently included in Bafana squads. Maybe because Hugo Broos has seen the guy for the longest time, and he's a kind of man that is loyal to football players. Maybe that's why he's included. So Sibisi is in the squad. Grant Kekana, Rushun Totley, positive for Kaizer Chiefs. Fawaz Basadine, that is something great. And then a new face in that those defenders is Thabiso Sesan, who had a man of the match performance last night against Stellenbosch in that MTN 8 final. So Ngezana out injured, and then Mvala is also has been injured for some time. Ngezana. So I'm assuming that Sesana is the one that is replacing Ngezana. This is what Hugo Broos had said about Thabiso Sesana. He said he's a good defender, he is a ball player, he's comfortable on the ball, and he can read the situations, he can read the game well and read the situations very well. He is aware of where he is. So knowing a Hugo Broos, I will not be shocked if he starts as Sesana now, maybe with the Rushun Dudley, because that's what he did with Dudley and Ngezana. They started those games of Uganda and South Sudan. And then we go to the midfield, and the website just says T.Mokoena, Jaden Adams, Talent Mbata, and Luke Leroux. Now, Luke Leroux is the one that is replacing Yaya Sithole, who had an injury playing for Bafana Bafana. So Luke is a defensive midfielder, 1.84 meters tall. Apparently he's good. He's playing currently in the Swedish league. And he's decent. I don't follow the league. But obviously Hugo Broos follows all of the Southern players playing outside the country. Now, the forwards, that's where we are really rich in talent. Our number 9, Luke Frosler, and then you have our number 10s in Mshishi Zwane and Patrick Masongane. Another number 9 is your Ikram Reyners. We've got a versatility of a Thapelo Morena. He can play in both wings. He can play as a right back. He can play as a left back. We've got a pure winger in Elias Mukwana and Apollos. And we have the lively president of the 2Ks. I'm talking about Lebohile Mokoena, who's also included yet again in the first 11. We will never be happy entirely with the squad, because all South Africans want their favorites to be part of the squad. But Hugo Broos knows his story, and he's led this team to the 3rd position in AFCON 2024. So we just have to respect the old man, support him in all the decisions he's been making. Now, there were shouts for a Saleng. Saleng is back. He's on form. He's hot. There were shouts for Tashreq Matthews. He's been, being credible in that front three of Mamelodi Sundowns. The assist, he's been good. I mean, his goal contributions, I think he's up to 5 goal contributions, probably 2 goals and 3 assists. He shouts always for the top goal scorer of last season, Tshegofatso Mabasa. I'm not sure yet what Hugo Broos has said about the exclusion of Tshegofatso Mabasa. And then there are other players who've been decent in their teams, and they've done fairly well. So we are hoping that the upcoming game against Congo in Gqeberha, Port Elizabeth, the boys will get maximum points. As for Tau being excluded in the 3rd game running, this is what Hugo Broos had to say about Pesitao. Pesitao asked of Hugo Broos not to be called because he's dealing with some personal problems. Apparently, the backlash from his poor performances in AFCON and being targeted by, the social media, hooligans, it has really affected the boy mentally. So he is really asked to be excluded until further notice. He's been performing for Al Ali, but for Bafana Bafana, he's just asked not to be called. And Hugo Broos has respected the boy. And as we know, Hugo Broos is loyal to his players. And again, Hugo Broos has shut the door for the MLS players. The one that is consistently performing and scoring is Bunguguhle Hlongwane, who plays in Minnesota. Again, has been rejected. And yeah, man, it is what it is. It is what it is. And good luck to Bafana Bafana. Good luck to the boys. And I still think it's a decent squad. Talent Mbata scored in the past 2 games for Bafana Bafana, last minute goals. Jaden Adams is a baller, proper number 8, box to box. T.Mokoena looks like he's a lone defensive midfielder in this squad. As much as I think that a player like Thabiso Sesane can fit in well in that number 6 position as well. But it looks like a proper squad. I'm happy to see a Fawaz Basadin. But if Mokoena is injured, I think a player like Modiba can fit in that number 6. Sesana, he's built like someone who can play in that defensive midfield position as well. So all the positions are sufficiently covered. And good luck to the boys. And if you're seeing this content and this face for the first time, make sure you hit that like button. Really appreciate it to see you joining the community and helping me to reach 10,000 subscribers by December. Thank you so much and good night.